Antonio Brown, I don't know what happened to this dude. Like, if it wasn't for Kanye West right now, this would be the most public meltdown with the most detrimental consequences to further employment opportunities that you're likely to see. But thanks to Kanye, this is flying well under the fucking radar. Antonio Brown barricades himself in his Tampa house in a standoff with cops. Pause. What the hell is actually happening? Well, he had a misdemeanor restraining order against him for domestic abuse, and then it escalated to police officers pulling their weapons outside of his residence. Like, wow, how did we get here? Okay, but yes, the arrest warrant was issued for threatening to shoot his ex-fiancée and mother of his 4 children. Sorry, what? Okay, if it's an ex-fiancée, what's she doing in the house? That's what I'm wondering, okay? And was she there for him to act on this supposed threat? I'm just wondering. Former NFL receiver and never, ever getting another look at the league once again, okay? Antonio Brown is facing an arrest warrant for battery in Florida, where Tampa police tried to coax him out of his home with the help of a megaphone. Because, yeah, I seen this a couple days ago when he got issued a misdemeanor domestic violence charge. It's like, oh my God. It's like, okay, I know all the crazy shit that goes on with Antonio Brown. It's like, what's the legitimacy factor on this one? The fact that they ratcheted it up this far, I don't know, man. We'll see. Brown is accused of threatening to shoot a woman, according to police. The woman has been identified in multiple reports as Brown's ex-fiancée and mother of his 4 children. Officers were heard yelling, "We're not going anywhere. We're not fucking leaving," to Brown, according to a Tampa ABC's affiliate. According to a police statement, Brown got into a verbal argument that turned physical, okay, at a home in South Tampa on Monday. Okay, it's Friday now. This happened late Thursday. So it took you that long, and then you need to have armed police officers to come outside your home to make sure that you comply. How did this escalate this far? Okay, at some point, Brown allegedly threw a shoe at a woman, haram, whom she locked out of the residence. Oh, locked him out of his house, and he had the audacity to throw a shoe at her. Oh my God. He is also accused of throwing her possessions onto the street in an attempt to evict her. Yeah, bitch, get the fuck out. Take your shit and fuck off. I'm on his side right now, okay? The victim told officers that Brown had guns in the house. Of course she'd come up with that claim. Well, you know, one piece that he's packing that he likes to show off in public pools in Dubai, but all right. On Tuesday, a judge denied a police petition for a temporary risk protection order that would have prevented the 34-year-old Brown from accessing firearms or ammunition. I can see where this is going. Somebody was trying to get full custody of the kids, make his life and capitalize on the controversy surrounding him. So decided to escalate this. Oh, he said he was going to shoot me. He's got guns at the home. I want to see if any guns were recovered. That would be interesting. And again, Antonio Brown, kind of a fucking nut job, okay? Like, let's keep it a buck on this. But does he deserve this type of treatment? We don't have all the facts yet. On November 28th, 2022, at approximately 1:30 p.m., a suspect and a victim were involved in a verbal altercation at a home in South Tampa. Happens all the fucking time. Let's stop this. At some point later on, the argument turned physical after the suspect threw a shoe at the victim. The suspect also attempted to evict the victim from the residence and lock her out of the home. Oh well. The suspect, Antonio Brown, 34, is wanted for battery. There is a court-authorized warrant for his arrest. Fox's Tampa affiliate has obtained the police report, which identifies the victim as his former fiancée. Probably should have had her own place by that point in time. I'm just saying. Another reason why you should never, ever, unless kind of like this situation, okay? This is a tricky one. Well, frankly, other than the fact that you should never be getting married anyways, but if you wanted to do that, never cohabitate with a woman, because they can pull this shit all the time and get you evicted from your house when in actuality you were trying to get her out of your place. Never allow that to happen, because this is a situation that you can find yourself in. And then the only reason to cohabitate with a woman, even though that you should probably always have your own place to just bounce to whenever shit gets hairy. It's like, yeah, I know you haven't been in the league for a minute, but you could probably still have your own place where you could just go cool down. Don't cohabitate with a woman who you know is fully capable of doing this type of stuff. Okay, not every woman's gonna do it, but every woman has the capacity to do that. Keep that in mind. You should only be living together if you're going to be married very, very shortly. And yes, always have an escape house to go to. in case things get a little bit sus, and then start planning the exit from there, because hey man, if you're getting married, you're already behind the 8 ball. That's a fucking L that you need to hold. The suspect exited the residence and threw a shoe at the victim, striking her in the ponytail. Oh my god, it hit her ponytail. Wow, I'm so scared. Read the police report. The victim had no injuries, but believed the shoe was meant for her head. Yeah, it hit her in the ponytail. Big fucking shocker on that one. That's why he's a wide receiver. He's supposed to catch those shoes. You're not supposed to be throwing them. Wonder if he, like, lobbed it at her. It's like, ah, bitch, shut the fuck up. Okay, and then just, errantly threw a shoe. Or if he threw it like a girl. Or like that dude in, where was that? In Afghanistan? Where W went all Matrix style behind the podium after Abdul threw his shoe at him. God, that was funny. The suspect would not open the door or come inside to speak with the officers. The suspect also, during this incident, attempted to issue an informal eviction to the victim. Yeah, okay, she's getting violent. She needs to leave right now. It's like, haha, big think on this one. Brown barricades himself in the house. Okay, if he got locked outside, how did he come back in? And why were the police necessary in order to come to this? This is not making much sense. Brown barricaded himself in the house, and investigators say he threatened to shoot the woman if she tried to enter. Yeah, if she tried to break into the house. Okay, he's Florida's a stand your ground state, so yeah, she would have been playing with fucking fire. He was just giving her a warning notice. Okay, I'm like, I don't see anything wrong with this. He did tell his children they could return to the home, but they said they were frightened, according to Tampa police. Yeah, probably got some crying woman. Okay, you got another guy who's been on a bit of a roll lately, to say the least. And we all know how courts love to favor the woman whenever it comes to any of these disputes. So let's see what else. Suspect placed an informal eviction notice on the door with 11:28. At the date, the victim has 7 days to gather her belongings and leave. That is way more notice than you actually have to give her. Okay. Read a portion of the police report. The suspect continued throughout the incident to state that the victim had no right to be at the residence or even try to gain entry to it because she did not live there. That is true. If that is in fact the case, like if she's living there and you say you don't live here anymore, you're kind of fucked by the law, my guy. The victim's ID has the listed address on her residence as of October 18th, 2022. Yeah, okay, so you're fucked. Another reason. Don't fucking do this shit, especially with an ex-fiance. How recently of an ex? That's another thing. This is not the first incident between Brown and the mother of his children. In 2020, Hollywood, Florida police responded to a disturbance at Brown's home. During the bizarre incident, which he live-streamed on Instagram. What the fuck? Brown dangled a bag of penis-shaped candy, wisecracking dicks for dicks. Oh my god. We got a picture of that just down below, for fuck's sakes, before tossing them in the direction of cops. Bruh, you were not going to be getting any breaks this time around. Fuck's sakes, what a goof. He had claimed the woman was evicted from his home, but he let her onto the property so she could take their children to school. However, at some point, he determined she was trespassing. Okay, so if she was evicted in 2020, if we're keeping logical consistency on this one, and it was documented in police reports, he might have grounds on this one. I'm just saying, he might have something to this. Yeah, and there's the bag of dick gummies. Fuck's sakes. Take this fish-looking bitch to jail. My man. He held as the Hollywood Police Department officers parked up outside the home. All right. And there he is, looking nice and stable with a very strange haircut. Anyways, Brown had previously been accused of sexual assault, ultimately settling with his accuser last year for an undisclosed amount. Yeah, that's just another one of these wild fucking cases that just shows up. I've been sexually assaulted. It's like, fucking, how much money do you want to just go the fuck away? He was also arrested for an alleged attack on a moving truck driver in 2020. He was ultimately charged with burglary of a vehicle. What the fuck? Misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor criminal mischief. All right. He pleaded no contest to the felony battery and burglary, which he received 2 years of probation. All right. Brown has been out of the NFL since January 2nd. Yeah, where he ran off the field against the New York Jets, playing for the Tampa Bay Bucks at the time, ripping off his clothes and posing in the end zone because he's fucking strange. And the night before, he was fucking some OnlyFans thought. He's a strange character. Recently, Brown made news by deciding to remain in his position as president of Donda Sports. Sorry, what? The agency started by Kanye West. I had no idea this was the thing. Who has come under fire following a string of all that stuff, and was on a Fire podcast yesterday. I remain true to the mission of Donda and our amazing staff and community, Brown said in a statement. All right, I remain dedicated to help clarifying statements taken out of proportion by the media. Okay. I remain committed to bringing new ideas, experiences, and designs to our world. I remain in support of the humanity that is ye. And let me tell you about the Jews. Brown has also been attacking former Bucs teammate Tom Brady on social media, which is kind of funny because they should have a lot more in common now, because he's trying to evict his baby mama, okay, and Tom Brady just got rid of his amicably and has been performing a lot better on the field, which is just not coincidental at all. And yeah, you stir in the fire. Mostly, this makes a whole lot more sense now, based on the way that he's handling his ex-fiancée baby mama. It just shows how bad he is with women, okay? Because I pontificated on this, back when he was taking his dick out at the pool. It's like, guys who are super athletes, okay, who are, good-looking, tall, athletic superstars, okay, they never have to develop game at all whatsoever. That's why you should never do business, okay, Kanye, take note on this one. Never do business with guys who are deficient in two areas, money and women, because they will sell you out for either at the drop of a hat. Case in point, what he's doing here. Shared a text message on social media, which was reportedly sent by Brady last year. You are demonstrating very poor decision and poor communication to so many people who have gone above and beyond to help you, began the message, which Brown shared on Snapchat. Name at the top of the message reads Tom Brady, and the text appears to have been sent on May 10th, 2021 at 12:58 p.m. Would Tom be wrong on this one? Once again, Tom Brady is correct. If the text message is genuine, it's unclear if Brady was what Brady was referring to at this time. Well, we could kind of figure out, okay, especially as to how poorly the end of his tenure with the Tampa Bay Bucs was. Yeah, you're a shitty teammate, bro. Fucking figure your stuff out. You are a integral cog to this finely tuned machine. Figure your shit out or pack your fucking bags and we'll find somebody else. It's true, the seven-time Super Bowl winner had encouraged the Bucs to acquire the Embattled Brown in 2020 amid accusations of sexual assault and harassment, which had been settled out of court. Oh, that was the one where he farted on his massage therapist dude. That was fucking hilarious. I remember that. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. But in May of 2021, Brown had not yet run afoul of the Buccaneers. The two were still teammates coming off the Super Bowl victory, and Brown was 7 months away from his famously bizarre exit. Yeah, that would have been in the offseason. It's like, hey man, if you're coming back around, get your fucking shit together, because we ain't going through this rigmarole once again. And now, well, thank God, this isn't a concern of Tom Brady. He's got the playoffs to look forward to, and Antonio Brown, if he doesn't fucking move appropriately, well, he's gonna be playing pickup ball in the fucking yard. I don't really buy these accusations, or at least at such a high level that they're coming from his baby mama. But at the same time, they're understandable and they're believable enough based on his prior behavior that this is why it's getting traction. And this is why he's probably going to end up in a situation not too dissimilar to Kanye West. It's funny that they're business partners. I legitimately had no idea that was happening. Hopefully, when it all eventually falls apart for him, he picks something different than Jews, because that shit is getting fucking hack at this point in time. So, with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.